This program contains graphic material, including offensive language. Viewer discretion is advised.
So parents, get your children's permission to watch.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to It Takes Two on the Foul Mouth Network. And now, here's Kem Shannon.
Yo! What up to all my nickels? This is the Foul Mouths Network. Bend over and make that neck jerk. What is up, everybody out there on a Monday late afternoon? Big shout out to everybody out there today. I hope you guys are doing all right. It's me and Shannon coming to you right now, live from New York. With a non-Patreon preview of It Takes Two with Kenny and Shannon. Shannon, what's up? I gotta put you on first before you say anything. Durr. What's going on?
Oh my God. You had me muted?
Yeah, I had it muted in the beginning.
Oh my God.
Sorry. So what's up? You know, sometimes I just wanna...
I'm gonna fuck you up.
Oh, I thought you were going to say
I'm
sometimes
just
you
kidding.
just want to fuck me. I was like, oh, that's hot.
Oh, God. So, so today, we're just chilling, coming to you live. This was going to be a Patreon special, but we figured we'd take it live for a little while, and we might switch over to Patreon at some point. Big shout out to all the Patreon brothers and sisters out there. Patreon is moving up, man. We've getting a lot of people coming in lately, so shout out to all the new people. Jake and Steve, Ryan, Kierwin, Mickey, and ADTR, the one and only. Big shout out to everybody in there. And I see who's in there right now. Shout out to you guys in the chat. I see Blake in there, Z, Connor, everybody. What's going on? How are you guys doing today? We're going to open up the phone lines, too, at some point if people want to call in. And we could discuss anything. There's a lot to talk about today. Number one, the Mets wrapped up their season yesterday. I wanted to talk a little baseball. Gotham. Oh, Joker comes out in a couple of days talking about the Dark Knight. Shout out to the Dork Knight.
The motherfucking Dork Knight. Chiming in early. Shooting on all black man, you white bitch. I ain't gay no more bitch. No more white bitches. No motherfucking you fucking white cunt.
Yo, fuck this white bitch. I'm gonna fuck this.
My body is ready for this stream.
Fuck you up.
Thank you, my friend. Shout out to you, brother. So there's a lot going on. Like I said, shout out to the Dork Knight. Thank you. Joker coming out very soon. I think a couple of days, right?
Is that the one that the kids told you that you're not allowed to go to?
Yeah, they don't want me to go to it.
Scared that you're gonna die.
The kids are afraid because they hear about this shit on the news with the, the Dark Knight. I guess it was the last one
Yeah, that the theater got shot up.
Yeah, and they're all nervous about that and shit, which I get it, you know what I mean? But like I said to my kids, and I don't know if this is the wrong advice or not, but I said to them, listen, I understand where you guys are coming from, but you have to understand we're Americans, and the minute we stop going to movies or we stop going to the city or we stop going in high-rise buildings or we, you know what I mean, like stop being around a certain ethnic group because of what happened on 9/11 or something like that, or what happened on, the shooting, and that's the minute we give up our freedom. You know what I mean? Something that we've bragged about and kept near and dear to our hearts here in America, and doesn't matter what background you are. There are every ethnic background, every kind of person in the world feels it like has the same feeling when you're an American. Like, you're free. You should be able to do whatever the fuck you want. But there's a lot of big arguments towards that too. So we won't even get into that today. But yeah, the dark. That was the shooting that happened and shit. They were afraid of that, and they hear it on the news and all that shit. But I'm not missing this movie. I'm going to see it as soon as it fucking comes out. I don't care. And also we have other news today. Fucking Mr. Cuddy Chris in a car accident, guys.
No, was he?
Yes, he was on a
right?
head-on car accident. He is all right. He's banged up a little bit. His back is all fucked up.
Is he home?
He's still at the hospital right now. I think last I talked to him, he was still at the hospital. And I'll show you guys his car. It was pretty fucked up.
Where was the accident?
It was like by where he lives, I guess. But this was the accident, guys, right here. I'll show you guys right now. This is what happened.
Oh, fuck.
To Mr. Cunny Chris's car. Cunny Chris dead at the... No, I'm just kidding.
Oh, Jesus,
I know,
Kenny?
it's fucked up. I just came from a funeral. I'm sorry, man. That's the way I deal with shit. What do you want me to tell you? But yeah, he got in a car accident. But he's all right. Shit. He's doing all right. He's... I said... First thing I said, obviously, was, man... Fuck the car, and how are you? No, I said, how are you? And then I said, fuck the car, who gives a shit? And I said, how is the person who, and whose fault was it and shit, like, and he basically said that it was the guy's fault who was making a illegal left turn or whatever, and he, like, T-boned him. So the guy, last he told me the guy was all right, and he was all right, and he was being x-rayed last I heard, so... I mean, that's a pretty good accident right there, if you ask me, because it's that car's pretty fucked up right there.
When did you find this out? That we're in the same house, and you just didn't tell me.
I found out not too long ago. It was literally like 20 minutes ago.
Oh, all right.
Yeah, so we won't see him for another 4 or 5 months.
Stop.
Oh, I'm sorry. Did I shouldn't
You're
have said that?
Dick.
No, but he'll be all right. He said he's fine. I guess he's getting X-rays or whatever. They're gonna put a dildo in him.
Banged up.
Still drinking coffee here. Me and Shannon went to a funeral today.
That was literally
Sad
the most
shit.
horrendous.
Oh my God! Don't touch the gerbil, Shannon.
Don't touch the gerbil, Shannon. Don't touch the gerbil, Shannon. Don't touch my gerbil, man. Don't touch that gerbil, man. Don't touch my gerbil, man. Yo, I'm fucking regurgitating gerbil, man. Gerbil, man. Yo, don't touch my fucking gerbil, man. Gerbil, man. Take my left horn. My left horn. Don't touch my gerbil, man. My gerbil. I'm back on the street, bitch.
Motherfucker.
That salad with a motherfucking cake and a towel with a steak and a salad, bitch. Oh,
42.
Let me see the motherfucker what I'm after. Yeah, practice pastor. When I approach you with a passion, approach you like a pastor. I don't pray on you.
If you want to be safe during the
Ken,
Joker movie,
whose
just
ass
don't go
is
to
that?
the same
Because it
theater
looks so
Tommy
fake.
goes
It's
to.
Wait,
terrible.
hold on. I didn't hear what they said, Shannon.
Oh, I fucked up. I'm
Read
sorry.
it out. Read it out then.
I can't see it. It's gone.
No, it's not gone yet. All right, I'll replay it. I didn't hear what he said. You see, you gotta fucking...
It went off the screen, so I thought it was done.
What did you ask? What did you just ask me?
Whose ass that is?
Whose ass that is? Come on, man. You don't know who that is?
What?
That's your ass. I
Yeah,
video recorded you when you were walking down the hallway at the theater the other day. And I just put it up as a
That ass
donation.
looks fake.
That ass is real, Shannon, okay?
No, that ass
don't play
got
that ass. Let me play this.
Some implants.
Let me play that donation again.
Don't touch the gerbil, man.
Don't touch it. I play it again and
Don't touch the
again.
gerbil, man.
touch the gerbil, man. Don't touch the gerbil, man. Don't touch the gerbil, man. Don't touch my gerbil, man. 42, man. Yeah.
Fuck you!
Fucking gerbil, man. Gerbil, man. My left horn. My left horn.
Touch my gerbil, man. My fuck you! I'm back on the street. 42. That child with a motherfucking cake with a child with a steak and a savage. Get some lobster.
Let me tell you what
I'm after. Yeah, what you with after? What I'm stupid or pastor. Put you like a pastor. And I'll pray on you.
If you want to be safe during the Joker movie, just don't go to the same theater Tommy goes to.
True. Okay, I got you now. Nah, I know. Tommy, listen, we got to hit that up today and talk about that too before we do anything. A lot of people sent me messages about Tommy, like, after the last couple of appearances on here. Like, and people are like, yo, like, what is going on with him? You know? Like, he's like fucking... he was drinking the other night, so, like, you know, but people were like, no, it goes further than that and shit. So I don't know. He's like kind of like not in. He's just like, I don't know. It's weird.
Okay.
It's really weird. He's like not into it. I understand what they mean.
It's not. That happens with people sometimes, right?
Right. Kind of. Yeah. I guess. But like, if your heart's not in it, just say like, you know, I don't want to be on, or you know what I mean. You don't have to be on.
Well, you don't ask him. He calls you, right?
That's why I'm saying like, just say to me, I don't want to come on. He knows he doesn't have to come on.
All right.
You know what I mean?
I'm gonna break again.
It's just, I don't know. Fucking weird, but I don't know. But yeah, so I got some shit on that. And then a lot of people asking me about, sending me messages about Corrupted and shit like that. And I don't know, man. Like, it's not up to me. If it was up to me, you know, I would have been, you guys would have been hearing it already. I would have been a part of everything again already. But not up to me. So you can send your... Send the, I guess, the mail to God, and he'll make the decision. He'll anoint someone, and then who knows? You know what I mean? But I'm not in charge of that shit, so I can only do what I can do. But I do have the next 3 months off, so I said, you know, next 3 months, not off, but on and off Saturdays, so not every Saturday. So I could slip in some things here and there, you know what I mean? I got a little bit of an open schedule type of thing. So, you know, I mentioned that, but, you know, we'll see what happens. I mean, it's I don't know. I don't know what to tell you guys, to the people that reach out to me on it, you know. But I had to mention that today, so. What else we got? We got the Mets. All right, so the Mets played their last fucking game of the season last night. I guess it was the last game. Was it the last games last night, I think? Was
it the last home game, maybe?
The 30th. Today is the 30th, so... I think tonight is the last games of the regular season of baseball. Yesterday, I guess, was the last game of the season for the Mets, and they ended their season with a 3-run walk-off home run in the 11th. And my man, number 20, the rookie, Pete Alfonso, he hit his 53rd home run the game before that to beat the single-season rookie record. In both leagues, National and American League. And he passed a fucking Yankee 2 years ago, Aaron Judge. And this guy also, don't forget, okay, and this is the first time a Met has ever been in a position like this. This guy won the home run derby, okay? He crushed the home run derby. He was an all-star his rookie season. He fucking hit 53 home runs. He fucking broke all these records, right? He donated the money to like all these charities. I know they all do that, but like he bought these sneakers for the Mets during the 9/11 game.
Not sneakers, just cleats.
Cleats, whatever. They weren't allowed to wear hats. These hats that they were gonna buy because during 9/11 the Mets and the Yankees switched to.
Why was that though?
I don't know why, but during the 9/11 the Mets and the Yankees both were wearing FDNY and NYPD hats during the rest of the season. And even the season after that, they would wear the FDNY and NYPD hats during games. And I mean, it was every game. They weren't wearing their regular helmets for that long. It was a long time. Bird, what up, Bird? As the Birdman.
What up, Birdie, baby?
You chirping, baby? Chirping me, baby. Get the buns with the chirping ass bird. Bird got the chirp when he robbing the curb. Bird flipping birds when he robbing the curb.
Word
Drunk
from
all
Bird.
driving with the
Ken,
driving.
how's your neck on this nice
My
day?
neck's doing good,
Shout
man.
out to the nation.
How's your
My
neck?
GFU said she wants to play with my man
How's
Quick.
your neck?
Eggplant,
How's your-
eggplant,
how's your-
eggplant,
how's your-
eggplant,
how's your-
eggplant,
how's your neck?
eggplant,
How's your neck?
nervous sweat, nervous sweat,
Get sweaty.
nervous sweat.
Get sweaty. How's your neck? Knock. Knock. How's your neck? This summer, a movie about 5 necks. About 7 necks. There was a neck so big, it was a necks. It was owned by a man named Tommy. And this neck was so... No, I'm just fucking around, Sean.
Listen, this guy beat all these records, but they missed the playoffs by, I think it was three wins. So they missed the playoffs. Yankees.
Oh, wow.
Yankees are fucking unbelievable this year. They won their division, and I never really ever rooted for the Yankees in my life, but I kind of want to see them fucking make it far or at least win this year. For the guy who passed away that we know, because he was a diehard Yankee fan, and they were just about to start the
That'd be
playoffs. You know, and I know he was getting ready to watch this playoff run because the Yankees are good this year.
I can't even talk about it. It's just so sad.
And
That was the most heart-wrenching thing I've ever done, like,
yeah, it was
this morning watching that. It was...
fucked up. Yeah.
Ugh.
It was really fucking. It wasn't like some old man or something died, you know. It wasn't like
45-year-old man with
Yeah.
3 kids.
3 kids, and
Fucked
his son looked so fucking destroyed, man. I mean, a young kid. How old was he? 10? 12?
11.
11?
11.
You see an 11-year-old carry his father's coffin into a fucking church?
11, 14, and 9.
You know how horrible that is? You know how fucked up
Yep.
that is? It's fucked
It
up.
makes you put lots of things into perspective of
does,
what
man.
matters and what doesn't, who does and who doesn't, and who gives a fuck about any of the other stuff,
Yeah.
you know?
Yep. Yeah.
It's just fucked up.
So yeah, it was a bit of a rough day for a lot of people. I mean, if you're out there hurting, and I know a lot of people are out there hurting, man. I know a lot of fucking people are out there hurting. There is no doubt about it. Fousey Tube got fucked up yesterday too, man. He did, Awandi. Shout out to you, brother. What's up? Big Slim in the house. Yeah, he got fucked up, dude. You know, he got fucked up. I'm sorry to hear about that, dude. Big Slim's dad passed away when he was 12.
Ugh.
Yeah, it's not easy, man. I just, like I said today, seeing that 12-year-old kid, it was fucked up. I'm a very lucky person. If you have your parents still and you're in your 30s, 40s, man, be lucky, man. Pray, thank God, man, that you got your parents, man, still.
Really.
Thank you, God, for that.
And your health.
It's very important. Very, very important, man.
It's the only thing that's important.
It's the only thing is your family, man.
Yeah.
That's it. That's it,
Not
man.
only, but
you
that's
have friends.
what's
Yes,
important.
listen, don't get me wrong. Friends are very important. And friends, some of them stay with you to the bitter end. I saw it myself. My grandfather's friends that he had till the end of his life, 87 years old.
Well, how could you not love him? Oh, my God.
Well, he was a different kind of. He was.
Class act.
Yeah. So but still, people die like with friends, and they're family.
Right.
They're family at that point. You know what I mean? And not even friends. Some people go past the point of friendship to
Right.
family.
Right.
And a lot of people have close friends. And friends are very important, but family is that's the and like I said, friends become family, so you don't even count them as friends anymore. They're family. So family really, realistically, is the only thing.
Right.
That's why I have it on my arm. Family first.
Family first.
If I'm gonna put anything on myself, it's gonna be something that fucking really matters to me. I see some of these dudes that walk around with fucking. I got a tribal fucking tattoo when I was like 20, and it was the stupidest fucking thing I ever did because everybody got the tribal tattoo. The chicks were getting it over their asses. The fucking guys were getting it around their arms. It was like everybody's got a tribal piece now.
There's the thing to do.
There's a bunch of fat Americans walking around with tribal tattoos. Like, what the fuck happened?
Stop.
The fuck happened to the U.S.? But now, I got that because I wanted a tattoo, when I was young. But then I thought about like getting more tattoos because I liked getting it, and I like the sensation, believe it or not. That's when you know you
What?
like. I do. I really,
You're
honestly.
a sick fuck.
Shannon, you want to call me a sick fuck? That's fine. Then you need to call 20,000 other Americans a sick fuck too. Who we got here? What oh shit! It's the RyBak one. Oh yeah.
The Yankees will forever be the greatest baseball club of all time.
Hey.
Sue me, bitches.
I can't
Shout
disagree.
out to the chat.
I can't
and
disagree.
Shout out to Derek freaking Jeter. Ha 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 ha.
Yo,
But
listen.
aren't they like the best team money could buy? Like that's basically what they were then.
Well, back then, yeah, they were the best team money could buy, man. No doubt. Shout out to Jacob, man. Yankees are gonna go far. What was I saying just before this? What was it?
Don't know.
Man, I don't like that.
Oh, the pain. You like the sensation of
That's
getting
what I'm
it.
saying. If you say that I'm a whack job for liking the
You
pain
are.
of a tattoo, then say that to fucking 50 million other Americans,
It
because
fucking hurts.
a
I
lot
don't
of
think
a
that.
lot of people who get tattoos say that the sensation and the whole thing of getting a tattoo is what the allure of it is.
That's weird.
I mean, I understand what they're saying, because I actually like the fact of watching the ink like soak into the skin with the needle. It's just this. It's I don't know. And, I don't like the pain, but it's like I don't mind
You
the
just
pain.
said you like the
I don't
sensation.
mind. I don't
Isn't that the
mind the
feeling?
pain. I don't mind it at all. I like after how they grease it up afterwards with the fucking.
That sounds really dirty.
No, but I like how they
pain.
grease it
I
up
like
and shit.
how they grease it up.
I do. I like how they grease it up afterwards with the fucking, with the what is
Check
that
out.
shit that they use again? The
Yeah,
fucking yeah.
I want to fuck you up.
Oh my god.
They use that whole Vaseline thing, and then they put the saran wrap on it now, so you could see the shit instead of like putting like something
Yeah.
clothy on it. And it's
I
just
want
the
to
whole.
get another tattoo.
Yeah,
but
it's
not
just
for
that
the
whole sensation, man. It's the. I mean, I'm talking even afterwards when it's healing and you're putting stuff on it and it looks nice and it's nice and colorful when you first get it.
Yeah.
But my moral of the story was that I thought later on in life it was like I wanted to get a tattoo that actually meant something real, and like actually meant
Yes,
something
Tess
to me.
has a question for you. He said, "So would you get a tattoo on your dick?"
No. Hell no. What do you think?
Why not?
I would never. You see the guys I saw that in Bum Fights, that show that used to be around Bum Fights. The fucking old like dude whipped out his dick and he had Popeye the Sailor Man on it. Like, what the fuck?
Jesus.
I'm Popeye the Sailor. I live on his coccyx.
God.
Like it was fucking
I
weird.
want to get
man.
a new tattoo so bad, right
on
on
your pussy?
like, my-
You want to get it on your fucking
No, I want to get it on my chest to cover up the.
on your fucking
the-
pussy. No, I'm
You're a
just
sick
kidding. I'm
fuck. To cover up the
42.
scar from my port when I was getting chemo. I
You
want to
should
cover
do
that up
that.
because I feel like when it's like seen people, like when I'm talking to people, they look down at it.
Yeah, on your
And then
chest
I'm like,
you're talking, right?
Like,
The
'cause
one
it's
on
like
your
a
chest?
nice, like an
D
inch and a
Moon
half
is in the
scar.
fucking house. What up to D Moon out in fucking Cali? What's going on, D Moon? TSS, what up to you, man? Twitching, what's going on, brother? The Goon, the one and only Goon in the house. Kana, Mezzy. Oh my motherfucking nickels.
What should I get there?
Tommy
Ken?
says I'm racist for using the word nickel.
Oh.
I mean, it's a slang word. It's a funny shit word. It doesn't mean any harm to anybody. And he says that I'm trying to say the N word, and I'm like, yeah, I get that, but I'm not allowed to really use the N word. And it's in music constantly. It's in shows. It's everywhere, right? Our own daughters walk around every once in a while, and you hear it out of their mouths, right or wrong. But they're not saying it to be like racist. They're singing a song. You know what I mean? So I try to explain that to Tommy. He just don't get it. He thinks the dummy that I have named Mr. Nichols, his name is Bernie Nichols. He thinks that Bernie Nichols is a racist doll.
What?
Yeah, he does. So you know what I told him when he said that, man? I fucking told him,
Motherfucker!
Oh God, that voice is annoying.
yeah, Shannon, go on. Don't make me another Leo with what's his name? She hates him too.
Who?
Like, but so many people get annoyed sometimes with him,
The voice is
With,
just annoying.
Yeah, hey, let's shout out to the one and only Minnesota Vikings fan. How's your team doing, buddy? Great, that's good. Mr. Hernandez in the house. Look at that, double murder. Aaron Hernandez in the house. Holy shit. How you doing, man? Since you hung yourself in your jail cell, how you been?
God.
You could have been an all-star, dude. Did I ever tell you that? Fuck, could have been an all-star. Aaron Hernandez in the chat. Shout out to Aaron. Shout out to Aaron.
So what do you think about this whole whistleblower shit?
Well,
How dare you?
how dare you, Shannon, mention this on this show?
Why?
We're for Trump. We are Trump people now.
Oh, God.
See, we always were down the middle with Trump, right? We were always like, we want to know if he's straight. We want it out there to know if he's straight and he's doing his thing. We want
What do you
to
mean
hold
straight as opposed to gay? Or
no. We want to know if he's on the
Oh,
straight and
shit.
narrow.
I'm
you know?
clarifying it.
All
so
right. Well,
people don't-
yeah, we want to know if he's on the straight and narrow. You know what I mean? And he's doing the right thing. Like I'm not gonna sit there and just believe he's doing the right thing. I want proof. I want people watching him like they are. I want people watching him.
But I don't even think they're watching him. I think they're doing what they do to cause to stir the pot, and so everybody's fucked up and you don't know who to believe, who not to believe. Like, as far as I'm concerned now, like, I feel like fucking find them all guilty of something, fucking get them all impeached, and let's start fresh.
I agree. But
I feel like all the people in government now are just out for themselves and their own benefit or their own agendas. Like,
they've always
to a
been
level
though.
like we've
I know it's
never
the worst
seen.
level ever. I know it is.
It's
It is.
really it's
It's like party lines are so fucking huge now. It's like you need to not only be on one side, but you need to be like knee deep in that shit.
yeah.
Yeah, I know, man. I hear you. A little thing I posted. I posted a thing on Twitter the other day with Eddie Murphy, and I'm sure.
Oh my God.
I gotta say that after this.
You know, I often wondered if King was
Tommy versus Minnesota Vikings fan in a yelling match. I don't know, dude. Let me hear.
They caught me. King, it's Kane.
They're both annoying.
King, it's Kane. It's
Down there.
Kane.
Tommy versus Minnesota Vikings fan in a yelling match.
Oh.
Who you got your money on?
Fuck, that's
I'm the best.
This is 2010, jackass!
I want to fuck you up.
you idiot.
You fucking stupid ass motherfucking cunt.
Oh my God.
Motherfucker!
150.
I want to fuck you up.
It's so annoying. I can't even listen to it.
Guess what, motherfucker? 42.
Z-Man, he doesn't even smoke. Oh, I gotta take this.
All right, gotta take the call.
Oh, yeah. Ladies and gentlemen, we've entered the part of the show now
Where I'm gonna take you on a little bit of a stroll. Oh, I'm gonna take you down memory lane.
So this Joker movie, right, coming out. I know a lot of people are psyched the fuck about it, okay? So I spoke to a friend of mine who had no clue that this movie was opened up at like I forgot what place it was at, but the movie aired in front of a ton of people at like some kind of festival that they do, movie festival. I forgot the name of the exact one, but I'm sure you guys in the chat know what I'm talking about. That movie aired there, and he didn't realize that the movie got an 8-minute standing ovation, okay? And I was talking to Lucky Lowe about this and told him too that it got an 8-minute standing ovation, Joker. And Lucky Lowe was like, dude, I don't even stand at my time clock at work for 8 minutes. Like, how the fuck are people standing up for 8 minutes for this movie? And they are. They apparently they fucking stood up 8 minutes for this fucking movie. They gave an 8-minute applause for it. I mean, you're getting an 8-minute applause for a standing ovation. That's a pretty fucking sick movie, I would say. Wouldn't you? You guys say that? I mean, you get 8 minutes. So what are we gonna expect now? Nobody in their right mind would have told you fucking 10 years ago or however long ago the movie was made with Heath Ledger that somebody would come along and play the Joker role again and fucking smash out a home run win Academy Award or whatever whatever you can win from this, because supposedly they're saying now that this guy's going to win all kinds of awards with this movie now, and that this movie is so goddamn good that people are going to beg for a sequel, but it's not going to happen because this guy, in an interview that I watched, is dead set on doing a sequel to this. Dead set against it. He basically said in an interview, I don't care if the movie is humongous, and he already said he knows it's going to be a humongous movie. He said it. He's like, it's going to be big. He's like, it's going to be big, and he said that basically they could feel it while they were making this movie, that they were doing stuff that's never been done with the Joker before. And, I know this is an origin movie, and this is like the whole, beginning of him and his own story. His own shit. Can you guys hear me good, or do I need to be turned up a little bit?
I hear you. I'm back.
You back?
Hear me?
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah, so I was talking about the Joker movie and just saying, like, it's like people are standing ovation 8 minutes long for this movie.
Really?
Yeah. So there's a lot to come from this movie, and they're saying that he's going to win awards. It's going to be, they're going to be begging him to fucking do the sequel, blah, blah, blah. But early on right now, all the reviews have been fucking raving, and this movie pops off in about 5 days. So I doubt anything bad will happen in this movie. But then again, theaters would never have security at them, not the ones where I live. So they're very vulnerable to shit. But we'll see what happens, man. But I expect big things out of this. And then also, we wanted to mention this Fousey tube. He boxed yesterday, right during smack dab in the middle of football, number one, which is dumb. Because a lot of people are going to go watch football instead of watching Fousey get his ass kicked, because that's what happened. Fousey walked around the ring for fucking, I think, this other YouTuber from New York City, who I really never heard of before, but he's very popular. And wait, hold on, let me bring this up. Fousey tube boxing match.
I pulled up some videos for you.
Fucked up.
He apparently he fucking just was not. I mean, apparently not. I mean, apparent nothing. I saw it with my own eyes. He was not putting his hands up at one point, Shannon, in the later rounds. He just was not putting his hands up. It was like he didn't even care about defending.
Like he couldn't, or
no, it was like he didn't want to. It was like he didn't give a fuck about it. He could not. He was not putting up his hands to defend his face. So
Slim.
This
the
kid,
other guy's name. Slim.
Yeah, Slim. This kid, Slim, just kept fucking jabbing and pounding his fucking face and pounding his face. And
do they have like shit against each other? Like,
well, yeah, there was a lot of bad. There was a lot of bad blood between these two guys. There was a lot of shit talking. A lot of it looked real. I'm sure a lot of it was bullshit for the camera to hype the fucking fight.
Right.
But a lot of it looked real.
So it says charity boxing. Where did the money go to?
The money went to Yemen, where Slim is from originally, and Yemen is all fucked up. They never mention it on the news type of thing. So he was basically, and it was for a good thing. You know what I mean? But let me tell you something. Fousey Tube's face afterwards.
Show that picture because he's fucked. His nose, oh my god, he has no bridge of his nose. It's freaking.
Listen, Fousey fucking sat there and sat there and let this guy pound on him for 4 rounds. In the beginning, he wasn't doing it, but he was slipping the jab in there, but it wasn't that bad. But Fousey refused to block himself, which is really weird. Even the announcers, which were second-rate announcers doing this fucking fight, anyway, they were even saying it too. They were like, why is Fousey not putting up his hands and blocking his nose? What the fuck is he doing?
Because he's not a fighter.
He's not, I understand that, but that's the first fucking thing you do is you block the fucking punches coming at you. I mean, come on. All you got to do is put your hands up a little bit. You know what I mean? It's not like fucking rocket science. Put your hands up, get your fucking hands in front of your face, and the trainers are over there every round fucking telling them, Fousey, what are you fucking doing, man? But listen, as much as I'm dogging him out right now and you see his face, it looks like fucking meat. As much as I'm dogging him, he got into the ring, he fought. I got to give him credit for that. Early on, he looked fucking pretty good. He looked like he was going to do a little something there. There were points of the fight where Fousey had a little bit of a control and was coming back and really hitting him with something. But in the end, man, this guy threw too many punches on him, too many shots to the face, that they had to throw the towel in, and that's how the fight ended. They threw a fucking towel in, all right, to end the fight, and they should have done that.
He got his ass kicked, and
yeah, they should have done that because it was that bad. It was literally that bad. So
maybe Tommy NC could
Tommy NC's next. We heard that Tommy is fighting JJ Finton. That's coming up. Yeah, what?
Okay. That's weird.
What? He's gonna fight his brother.
Okay.
What's wrong with that?
Nothing.
Yeah, that's coming up in about 9
I think
years.
watching Tommy fight would be a good fight.
What, Tommy versus Tommy?
You get them all riled up first, and then throw them in the ring. I think I would be fucking scared if I was
of Tommy fighting Tommy. I think the world would blow up if that happened.
In a rage? Oh my god.
Yeah, man, that would be like a fucking fight.
That would be fucking some scary shit.
That would.
Oh
Twiggered.
Oh, stop.
I'm just.
You're fucked up. Jesus.
But yeah, he got his face turned into fucking meat pie.
Fuck you up!
Oh Lord, turn that.
Gotham's Dark Knight. Chiming the fuck on in. That's the Dark Knight.
Honestly, Tommy probably could kick Fousey ass.
You know what? He probably could kick. I think he would kick Fousey's ass. I got news for you, dude. I got news for you. Yeah, I think he would.
I'm gonna fuck you up!
I think he would kick.
What voice was that?
What do you mean? That's Minnesota. I mean, I have liking.
6.
You know, and
93, 99.9. Guess what, motherfucker?
Oh, I
guess
can't even
what,
make that voice.
motherfucker?
Please stop.
Oh, fuck yeah. Yeah. Sure.
Sure.
Awandi said he would drop both Slim and Fousey.
Awandi? Awandi would fuck him up, dude. Awandi would fuck that dude up. I got it. JJ versus Tommy versus Fami.
Oh, God.
Shout out to Irish Dave. JJ versus Tommy. A fucking 3-way match, dude. Pedro as the ref. 2 more bottles in the house.
I'm sorry, but Tommy would fuck them all up. Because that would be the rage match. That's what you would call it. That would be titled The Rage Match.
Yo, Big Slim in the chat. Slim looked like he was fresh out of the ISIS boot camp. I came out of Yemen ISIS, the fucking chapter of Yemen ISIS boot camp. He was like, you trained to fuck up Fousey.
That's fucked up. Jesus.
Oh, fuck.
What are you doing, Kenny? Oh. What the fuck is that?
Yo, guys, when I put that Eddie Murphy thing out, man, oh my God, he did the fucking comedians driving in cars with what's his name? The guy who used to have shows all the time. The show with the guy who said the N-word.
I gotta take this again.
All right, Shannon, you go take your call. Why does Shannon take her call? Dude, Eddie Murphy is getting ready to put together a whole entire new act. He's going to start touring again. He's going to start doing clubs, like real clubs, and work his way back up to see if he can work his way back up to selling out the Garden or, you know, some kind of big venue. And he's definitely doing it. There's no doubt about it. He's definitely doing it. So this is fucking exciting news to me. He's my favorite comic of all time. He lived one town over from me. When he left New York, I just was a small kid, and I heard about him through people who lived in this area and saw him in the clubs and knew him before I knew about him on TV or in movies or anything. So Eddie Murphy is literally a fucking legend in my area. And when I worked at the cemetery from 1997 to about 2004, I worked at a cemetery, and I worked the funeral where it was a Murphy plot, but I had no clue it was Eddie Murphy. Like his parents or his mother owned the plot or grandparents or whatever, but it was a Murphy plot. And we buried someone from his family, and Eddie and all his brothers and a ton of his family were all at this funeral. And all of us were standing across from Eddie Murphy, like gazing at him and staring at him, where our boss was like, stop fucking looking over there. Like, you know, it's a funeral, you know? But it was Eddie Murphy and his whole entire family. And we were all like fucking just dumbfounded, especially me, because I love this guy. And dude, what he said in the car with fucking, what's his name? Dude, it was some of the, it wasn't even stand-up comedy, but he mentioned Sammy Davis Jr. And he said, you know how Sammy Davis Jr. always had like that jaw, that slack jaw, and always looked like, hey baby, my jaw is all the way to the side. You know what I mean? Like, and he said, that was a Coke jaw. He's like, I didn't realize it back then, but, you know, it was Coke. Everything was Coke back then. He's like, Sammy just had a Coke jaw. He was like, what's up, baby? He's like, Sammy had me in a restaurant one night, and Sammy looked across to me and told me, you know, Satan is as big as God or something like that. Like, is as powerful. Oh, that's what he said. You know, Satan's as powerful as God. And Eddie Murphy said, I looked at fucking... I looked at him and said, what the fuck are you talking about, Sammy? Like, what? And he said he could tell that he was like a little weirded out, so he pulled back a little from talking further about Satan. And he said that fucking Sammy Davis was fucked up, dude. And he told this story about Michael Jackson and his chimp, Bubbles. And he said, yeah, years later, you couldn't go to his house because he's like, I went to his house and he was like, oh shit, is that Bubbles? And he's like, oh yeah, that's Bubbles. Eddie, don't go next to the cage. And he's like, what the fuck happened to Bubbles? And Bubbles is like grabbing the cage going, grabbing and shaking the fucking cage around. He's like, yeah, Eddie, don't go over there. Bubbles is not so friendly anymore. And fucking Eddie Murphy told the story about that, and it was the funniest shit. I'm telling you, when he comes back, he was making fun of fucking Bill Cosby. He was doing all up-to-date shit, man, and it was fucking hilarious. I was just telling them how funny this Eddie Murphy shit is going to be. I'm telling you, he's going to come back.
When is he supposed to come back? Like, that's like
2021, 2020, 2021, he's going to be touring. And he's
Wait, 2021?
2020 and 2021.
Oh.
For the next 2 years, he's going to be honing a new act. He's going to be going to the clubs and trying it out. They said he's going to be local here in New York and in L.A., and he's going to be doing clubs here and there. And they said that he's going to try to get it to the level to where he could, like, listen, I think he could sell out the Garden already, but he doesn't think he can. Because,
really?
he doesn't think he can because he hasn't done fucking stand-up comedy in almost 40 years, Shannon.
All he has got to do is get a few videos out there and then...
Well, I'm telling you, that's what it is, because in this video that I saw, which is fucking funny, comedians in cars, driving cars or whatever it's called, he was fucking hilarious. It was downright hilarious. So when this guy comes back, he is going to own comedy again. I'm telling you right now, because the shit was hilarious. Yeah, football yesterday. Fucking, what was up with the road teams, man? All the road teams winning yesterday. The Bills gave a good shot at fucking, they gave a good shot at the Patriots yesterday. But they just couldn't pull it out, man. You know? Patriots look like they're going to be unbeatable again. Their defense let up a fucking touchdown for the first time. You know, we're talking week 4. You know? So, fucking Patriots running away again, man.
Well, that was expected, though.
No, I don't know, man. A lot of people were picking the Bills yesterday. We have some people who picked the Bills in our pool. A couple of people picked the Bills. A lot of road wins yesterday. So it was like, it was weird. It was a weird day in the NFL.
Ooh, let's go ride the choo-choo-choo.
I can't listen to those sound bites of him. They're so fucking annoying.
Well, you're going to have
sorry.
to. So.
I hate them.
All right, Dave Rose, calm down. No, I'm just kidding. Yeah, he's
Dave Rose, what the fuck?
Because he hates them, too.
I just can't stand the voice. I'm sorry, but I can't. It's irritating.
Well, you know, listen. People have to do things in their life they don't like doing. You know how am I?
Yeah, I do.
No, I'm just kidding. I won't play it again.
Yeah. Please. Thanks.
Ooh, let's go ride.
I'm sorry.
Oh, I want to fuck you up.
All right.
I'm sorry.
Done.
Come on, Oldie. What are you, Tommy now? You gonna fucking, everybody leaves me, man. Everybody leaves me on the fucking shows. What the fuck, man?
I gotta go. I gotta be somewhere.
Everybody leaves me, man.
What
Tommy's
do you mean everyone leaves you? What are you talking
Tommy
about?
leaves, I mean. Tommy, fucking, yeah, people are like, Fucking guy. I mean, I can't even say what I want to say because he'll get pissed, but I'm not even going to go there. It just, he pisses me off. He really does. You know? But let's take a phone call real quick. Let's see what we got here. Watch, it's one of those fucking dial-up things. Hello, caller.
Hi, can I get a large pepperoni pizza, please?
Sure. Where do you want that delivered?
Huh?
Hell.
Where would you like that delivered? Where would you
hear me?
Where would you like that delivered?
3249 Independence Way.
Okay. What do you want on that?
Pepperoni, some pineapples, and anchovies.
Damn, that's a fucking mix.
You want some balls on that too?
Some ball sacks?
You need a ball
Depends,
sack?
who's balls?
I could dip mine in there, or we could have the cook. He's pretty greasy.
I didn't like the taste of yours last time.
No, that wasn't mine last time. That was my wife's cunt.
How about the balls formerly known as York?
What's up, kid? This is Popoff.
Hey, dude, what's going on, man? How you been, brother?
Been good, brother. I'm fucking moving right now, and I saw you were live, and I was like, let me call this fuck and see what they're up to.
Shit, man, it's been a while.
I know. I've been listening a lot, just hanging out, but...
You been doing good, though?
What?
You doing good?
Hell yeah, I'm doing good.
Nice.
I'm doing really good. I'm still living in fucking Houston. It's about 130 degrees down here. You know, we're waiting for the next hurricane to come. You know, it's fucking great.
Dude, holy shit, man.
Is there really a hurricane coming there, or no?
I live by the Gulf of Mexico. It could take a thunderstorm coming off of, like, Mexico, and it turn into a Cat 4 hurricane by the time it gets here.
Yeah, Shannon, you remember Pop Off? We did the whole thing from that night. The hurricane fucked his house up really bad. You remember that, Shannon?
Hmm?
Remember? Do you remember when that happened? It was like 2 years ago, right? It was
a long time ago.
Yeah, it was like 2 years ago, man. Justin, you had something hit you bad, right? The hurricane hit you bad.
Hell yeah, it did.
Like tore off your roof and shit, right?
Tore the roof off. Yeah, the fucking thing is, everyone and their mother got flooded, but my house was the one that got hit by a fucking tornado. I didn't even get flooded. I got hit by a fucking tornado.
Oh, that's what it was. You got hit by a tornado. Yeah, man. That's fucking crazy, man. Fucking crazy, dude.
Fucking Harvey.
Well, I mean, you know, thank God you guys are all right, though, man, you know? But you are moving, though, now? So you're moving now?
Yeah, dude. I'm moving part of Houston right now.
Nice.
So,
are you happy about
yeah,
that?
it's expensive. No.
No?
I'm not fucking happy. I'm moving to fucking Houston.
I don't know. I thought Houston was cool.
It's a
I don't
shit
know.
show.
Is it really?
Oh.
Shit.
Yeah, because rent goes up because you're living in prime time, you know. Everybody wants to fucking live there, so rent goes up, and I got fucking bums living outside my place now. Fucking shit, man.
Shit.
So, suburbs are where it's at, brother.
Yeah, I hear that, man. I mean, you know, it's like it's best to, you know, raise a family there, you know.
Yeah.
But I mean, I'm sure, like, you know, like, are you planning on staying there for a long time, or are you just like?
Nah. Just I'm moving there to work right now, and I got like this. What do you call it? A girlfriend that's going to school, and we got to move closer to school. So I'm not used to having whatever a girlfriend is. I'm not sure what that is.
How long you been with her now?
I just met her like a week ago.
Oh,
so,
shit. So we're
already moving in with each other.
So you're diving head in right now, huh?
Yeah. I mean, why not? It's a girlfriend, right? That's what's supposed to do with them, right?
You know what? Fucking do it, man. Why not try something, dude? Why not? You know, what have you got to lose? You know what I mean?
Yeah. Nothing. I mean, you know, just nothing. I mean, I'm losing my fucking freedom of going out and talking to all these women and going, you know, banging all these other chicks.
Oh no, but come on.
If I fucking say something wrong to her, she loses her fucking mind. You know, I'm losing nothing here, Ken. Thank you.
Nothing to lose.
Oh, shit, you put it that way. Goddamn.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
And you're married. You got your wife there. I can only imagine what it's like, you know, being married. For fuck's sake.
Hey, dude, you know how long we're married now, Shannon? How long? Like, what is it? 18 years?
Got married in 2004.
Sorry,
Jesus Christ almighty.
It's been a while, man. It's been a while, but you know what? Listen.
Dating since '95.
Yeah, dude. We met each other in '95. Started dating, man.
Young babies.
It's fucking. But Hey, listen, if this is someone you...
Well, I got him wrapped around my finger by now, so, you know.
Okay. But if you wind up getting something out of this, that's great. Fuck it, man. It's worth the gamble, you know?
Yeah.
It's always worth it.
You know.
See what happens.
Anyways.
But it was good to hear from you, dude. It was really good to hear from you.
Guess what? She's actually fucking calling me right now, so I gotta go.
All right, take the call, man. I'll talk to you, bro.
All right, good luck.
Justin fucking
right,
Popoff,
later, guys.
man. Peace out, bro. Oh, shit. The one and only Justin fucking Popoff calling in,
I
man.
didn't know who the hell that was.
A blast from the possess.
Any other callers?
Justin Popoff, folks. That dude's been here for, fuck, man. Long time, man. Long time in this community. Way before I was here. Shout out to him, bro. Yeah, we did that fundraiser for him, remember? And at the end, he was like, take that money and put it towards a charity. And that's what we did. Remember, I had you put that money towards that charity? Which one was it again? It was like fucking hurricane relief thing.
I have to look it up. It's on the thing.
I definitely put it in my taxes because I remember you doing that thing for it last year when we were doing taxes for the first time for this shit. But yeah, shout out to Justin Popoff, man. That dude's been through hurricanes, tornadoes. He's like in Hurricane Tornado Valley, man.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Tommy. I know. And then what else did we?
Any other calls?
I don't think so. I'm trying to look right now to see. I don't think so. No.
No.
Well, let me put the number up there so you guys can see it. Just in case you guys want to call in, I'll put the number on the screen. It's also listed in the description if you guys want to look up the number. It's always listed in the description. So if you don't see it on screen ever when we're on, it's in the description. But I'll put it on the screen right now for you. Is the number 516-554-0002, 516-554-0002. Call in right now. You can ask us any question. You want me to 69 her? I'll go in the room and I'll eat her ass out. Anything you guys want right now. Somebody donates $200 right now, and I will eat my wife's ass out live on the air.
You're a sick fuck. That's disgusting.
What?
Someone could give you fucking 5,000 and that wouldn't happen.
I know.
That happened.
Give you fucking $5,000. It ain't happening, motherfucker.
Not happening.
I don't give a fuck.
Fucking nasty.
Tommy NC's out there?
He said Heather instead of, he meant to say another awesome episode of the Foul Mouth.
Tommy, you probably didn't even listen to 30 seconds of it. Like, come on. You know? Come on.
Yep.
We know how you operate, Bubby. We know how you operate. All right, we got another call coming in right now. Right near. Hello, you're on the Foul Mounts Network. Who do we got?
Who do we got?
Who do we got?
This is Teddy.
Is this Teddy?
Teddy.
Teddy, you all right, Teddy? You sound much worse than you did 3 years ago, Teddy. Ladies and gentlemen, it's Teddy. Teddy, how you feeling, man?
Not good, Ken.
Why? What's the matter, bro? No, Shannon's serious. Teddy's hurting. Teddy from Houston. He used to call in all the time back in the day and laugh, and I just don't like when he laughs. But, yeah, it's him.
Yep. I got a flu shot.
What?
I got a flu shot, and I'm stupid.
Really?
Don't get a flu shot, Ken, and make you go split.
What? I can't hear you,
Teddy. What is going on?
Teddy,
I can't.
Yeah.
Don't get the flu shot, it'll make you go split.
No, you're a
Don't
piece
get
of shit.
The shot. It'll make you something.
I'm trying to make it out.
Don't get the flu shot. It'll make you. He said.
Oh God, you get Teddy? Did you get the flu shot?
Mm-hmm. But yeah, I got it now. Stupid.
Oh no.
What the fuck is going on?
It's starting. Oh shit.
Teddy, you said you got the shot and now you're stupid?
Yeah.
Oh, Teddy, what the fuck? Come on, Teddy.
If you got kids, don't get the flu shot.
Teddy, listen. Don't ever get another shot as long as you live. Do not let them put another shot into you, Teddy.
Why not?
Because you sound, Teddy, you sound so different than you used to sound. Because, Teddy, you used to at least get some words out back in the day. I think the shot might have, like, maybe stroked you out a little bit.
Oh, yeah, I'm fucked up now.
A little fucked up, Teddy. I mean,
I can get as many shots as I want now. I'm hurt now.
It's hurting you, Teddy. It's hurting. It's hurting you.
Fuck me up.
You used to laugh, Teddy. You used to laugh a lot, Teddy. You used to have fun. You sound really just hurt right now.
Yeah.
Like you're hurting.
Well, fucking stupid now.
Well, I mean, oh shit, man. I mean, Teddy, don't laugh, Teddy. Don't do it. 'Cause it's not Teddy. Teddy, shut the fuck.
Oh, come on, man. What up?
Teddy, I had some great memories with you that time when you were fucking laughing so hard and I told you to stop. You were like, what the fuck? You were like, what the fuck's wrong with him? That was the best.
Ken, my wife left me.
Oh,
Sex.
No, are you serious, dude? Are you serious?
Yes. Yep.
I'm so sorry to hear that, dude. I'm fucking sorry to hear that.
Yeah, man.
Well,
fucked up.
Well, Teddy, listen. Is there anything I can do for you? Like anything I can help you out with?
Well, like you got a shot that can reverse my stupid.
No. I don't think they can take it back out, bro. I think once it's in you, that's it.
Yeah, well, listen.
Did you just shit yourself, Eddie? Teddy?
Yeah. I shit myself.
Yeah. Well, Teddy, I got to let you know real quick. We got Drew the Gatekeeper in the house with us right now. The one and the only.
Okay.
Drew the Gatekeeper from Derail in the house right now.
Well, hey, I figured I'd call you since you told me to call you and you didn't come back. And you messaged me and say, "Hey, give me a call." I messaged you right back right away, and you go. I said, "When's best for you?" 3 hours later, you're like, "Oh, sorry, man."
My phone died, dude. My phone died. That was like 3 days ago.
Yeah, it was.
Teddy, Drew's in the house. What do you got? Anything you want to say to Drew?
What?
That's it. That's it.
I mean, he sounds pretty bad, but he could be a lot worse. He could be a Colts fan, you know.
That laugh was a little less convincing. That one.
Maybe you ought to get the shot, that you fuckhead.
Hey, maybe. I think he got the shot already. He roots for the Royals. I mean, gotta be. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah.
So yeah, he's got that going for him.
Hey, Ken.
Yeah.
Ken.
Yeah, I'm here.
Can I for my...
You all right? You just had another mini? Another...
Good.
You okay?
I think you took another dose.
Jesus, I think something went wrong. I think he's fucking suffering a stroke again or some shit. I don't know. Ted? Ed? Ned? Fred? Zed? Night. I don't know what happened. I think he's fucking dead.
Is he gone?
Dead?
I think he's, there he is. You all right?
Yeah, not connected, my bad.
Do you got anything to say? Anything else going on you want to talk about?
Well, I just want to know if you give me some money.
A what?
Some money.
A Mountie?
Some punani.
Money.
Money. Is that what you said? You know who you sound like? You sound exactly like fucking Elephant Boy from fucking Howard Stern. Not Elephant Boy, the other guy. Gary the retard. But they call him Gary They call him Gary the Entertainer now, because not allowed to call him the word I just said. Yeah, you sound.
Well, listen, kid, I want to let you know entertain my call. It's Teddy from Houston. I'm stepping out, and I apologize.
You're not stupid now. You're a good guy. Don't worry. You're not stupid now. You don't have to apologize. Are you crying or laughing? Are you fucking crying, bro?
The heck?
Oh, shit. Ladies and gentlemen, that was the one and only Teddy from Houston, man. Teddy from Houston. Such moments with Teddy, man, over the years. Shout out to Teddy from Houston, man. I yelled at him once for laughing really weird, and man, he fucking fired back at me.
Oh my goodness.
Teddy from Houston. Now, Drew, yes, I hit Drew up about 3 days ago, and I said, Drew, I got to talk to you. I just wanted to ask you something. And it wasn't anything like really, really important, but he hits me back up like seconds later, and he's like, yeah, what's going on, I guess. But my phone died. And it was like one of those days, like, you know when you go and you put your phone on charge and then you don't go back to it for like 2 hours, 3 hours?
3 days.
Well, not 3 days, but
Right.
I hit him up since then. We just didn't like really talk, you know what I mean?
Got ya.
But yeah, like I went and did one of those where I put my phone on the charge for like 3-4 hours and I didn't go back to it, and then like the next day passed and I was like, sorry, dude. He left me a message like, you hit me up to talk to me, and he didn't say a fucking word. So I apologize.
I figured it wasn't that important.
No, it wasn't anything like, you know, that if I didn't tell you would have been detrimental. You know what I mean? It was about.
I heard you looking for callers. I'm like, oh, I'll call him and put him on the spot.
I was hitting you up to talk about Cronin. I was going to talk about Cronin for a little. Nah, I'm just kidding. I got fucking, hey, you know, get accused of so much shit.
Mm-hmm.
But anyway, Filthy was at some weird fucking place Saturday night, and he was sending these videos, and he's going to tell us about it when he comes back. But he's not going to be back for like 3 weeks, this guy.
Why? What happened?
Because he's got something to do the next like fucking 3-4 weeks in a row. So.
Oh, all right.
Yeah, he's not going to be around. But
AIDS will. AIDS will do that, bro.
Yeah. Will, what up?
Don't touch the gerbil, man.
Will, touch it.
Don't touch my gerbil, man. You got that. Don't touch that gerbil, man. I touch my gerbil, man. Yo, I'm fucking regurgitating gerbil, man. Gerbil, man. Yo, don't touch my fucking gerbil, man. Gerbil, man. Take my left arm. My left arm. Don't touch my gerbil, man. My gerbil. I'm back on the street, bitch. Toast that salad with a motherfucking cake with a towel with a steak and a salad, bitch.
Okay, yeah.
Let me see the motherfucker. What am I doing? Yeah, practice panther. Wanna see you and I'll pray on you.
Special Ted has been walking around in the same shitty drawers for the past 3 days. He sounds like Stephen German with a concussion. Take your retarded ass to bathroom and clean yourself up, Teddy.
Oh my.
Fuck your burgers.
Don't touch the gerbil, man.
Oh my god, dude. Fuck your burgers. Fuck your burgers. Shout out to Z the Reaper.
The homeless person's home over there. He's loving it. He's loving the lifestyle.
Regurgitating gerbil, man. Gerbil, man. Yo, don't touch my fucking gerbil, man. Gerbil, man. Take my left hand. My left hand. Don't touch my gerbil, man. My gerbil. I'm back on the street, bitch. Toast that salad with a motherfucking cake with a towel with a steak and a salad, bitch. Oh, get some lobster. Let me see the motherfucker what I'm after. Yeah, practice panther. Wanna see you with a passion, approach you like a pastor. And I'll pray on you.
What's up, Kem Shannon? I can't call in right now cause I'm on duty, but I just wanted to show y'all some love.
Oh, thank you, man. Shout out to Z. Thank you, brother. And thank you to who was right before that again? Who was that right?
The Reaper.
Oh, yeah. Wait, no, who was it?
Will Tactics.
Will Tactics. Shout out to him, too. Yeah, fucking Tommy. I don't know if you noticed the other night and how he's been lately, but something's going on with Tommy. There's got to be something going on with him. I'm convinced of it. Something's not right. And I think it's this balloon thing. I really do. He's really fearful of it this time. Like, he's really, like, he reached, like...
Talking about balloon thing.
Shannon, somebody left balloons again, and this time they said he's going to hell.
That's so stupid.
Yeah, this time they
Why would
actually
someone
said
do
he's
that?
going to hell now.
That's so dumb.
Yeah, and he's bugged out about it. Like, he's legit bugged out about it this time, you know? So
Let's get him the ring. Let's get him the ring doorbell to put outside of his apartment.
Well, like the security thing?
Yeah.
Well, that's what a lot of people are saying. Like, Tommy, why don't you set some kind of, like, security thing outside? You know?
Yeah, what does it cost? It's like
it's cheap
$100?
now. It's so cheap now.
Yeah.
They're really cheap now.
I got one. I just need to put it out.
Yeah, the security system. I mean, some of them you could buy with.
You got it. You didn't install it yet.
No, it's a little more complicated than I thought it would be. So I just haven't,
some
really
of them,
put the
some of
time
them
and effort
are
into it yet.
Some of them
and
are
it's
very
not that complicated. I'm just that fucking lazy.
But some of them are complicated. Some of them are complicated, but some of them are really easy to use. Like, I saw one in the mall when we were there, like, and it was literally, you buy it. It's 3 cordless cameras that you can install somewhere, like, outside. And
it's all through your Wi-Fi, right?
Yeah, and it goes through the Wi-Fi and shit. You could, like, literally look at your phone, like, when you're on the road somewhere around your house and all that shit. And it's, and it comes with, like, 3 fucking cameras. Like, so Tommy, I mean, there's ones out there that cost like $50. You throw a camera up on the top of the ceiling and bang, you got a security system outside your door. I mean, I thought he would, somebody would have thought of this or told him about this after the last time this shit happened with the fucking balloon dude, But I don't know.
I'm pretty sure people did.
People probably did, but it's like the same thing with him with the
people
fucking
told
phone
him to
number.
change his phone.
Yeah, what
Yeah,
about the
yeah.
phone number thing? He will not. He refuses to change the number. You know what I mean? So like, and then like, it's like he refuses to deal with this shit. But he went to the police and they basically told him they can't do shit for him. So at least he did try to do something about what's going on with this recent one. But I don't know. With the phone number, he won't do nothing about it because he feels like so many people have that number, which I get because I thought like that too. Because obviously my number was out there, and I didn't want to change it because I had a million people that knew my number. You know what I mean? But you got to do what you got to do.
Right.
So.
But there's ways around that too. I mean, you could send out a mass text message, "Hey, changing my number."
Yeah,
look out for
you're
it,
right
or
about
whatever.
that. Yeah, you're right. You're right about that. Yeah, I didn't think of that really. I mean, I thought of like, you'd be able to get your number back out to people, but some people like, I don't know. It's just, he said that he had people that had his number from a long time ago that, I guess, I don't know, he was afraid of them like losing contact with them and shit.
Well, here's the deal with that though. You send out that text to everybody, "Hey, my number's changing" or whatever. And if they look down at that text and they go, fuck that guy, whatever, then they probably weren't going to call you anyway.
Right.
Yeah. Exactly.
So the only people that are actually going to add that are the people that still want to talk to you anyways.
Yeah.
And this isn't a rag on Tommy. This is anybody. There's people on my phone I haven't talked to for 15 years. And if I sent that text to them, they'd probably go, fuck that guy,
Yeah, you're right. I'm sure we all have those people that we haven't spoken to in a long time. Like, whatever. If they lose your number, they lose your number. What are you going to do?
Right.
Yeah, I guess Tommy. Tommy.
And then
though.
aren't there some people you just wish they would lose your number?
No, not really,
That's
because
fucked
like
up.
honestly, yeah, okay, yeah, obviously there is, but honestly, like I don't really get, besides Tommy once in a while, I don't really get phone calls where I'm annoyed, like, fuck, this person's calling me. I don't really get that, you know what I mean? Like I genuinely don't have that. I
get a few of those, like, but it's only because I'm nice. So it's usually someone who's calling to like vent or
I
something.
enjoy.
Sometimes it's just
like I enjoy dealing with people. Like I like not like listening to problems, but just bullshitting, you know, and being like, hey, you know, that's good, or hey, you know, try that, or, you know, and even getting advice yourself from people is, you know,
right.
I don't know, it's just a, you know, it's making New York Times bestsellers, baby, every day up in the DMs, you know.
Oh my God.
I don't really talk to anybody. I mean, I talk to a couple of people, you know, and people who reach out to me, obviously I'm not going to go and fucking shun people, you know, and not speak to them. You know, it's like, who the fuck am I to be like, I'm not speaking with you, you know? Like, I'm lucky that people even want to fucking talk to me, so, you know, embrace it. The fuck, you know?
Sure.
But then again, you get like, where you have to deal with people like, you know, every once in a while, you know what I mean? And that kind of ruins shit, but that's a topic for another day. So, Drew, are you psyched about the Joker movie coming out? Are you going to go see it, or you just don't give a fuck about that?
You know, I've never been much of a comic book person. I've seen a couple of Batman movies, and I've seen a Spider-Man movie or two, but I just really don't go out of my way for those things.
Yeah, I wasn't sure if you... from what I remember, I knew you weren't, like, really that into that shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, the Joker movie, I mean, this one does sound interesting, and I'll tell you, with all the shit that's been going on with it and people trying to say, oh, don't go see the movie, it's blah, 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 I almost want to go buy a fucking ticket just to tell those people to fuck off. You know?
Yeah, I know. A lot of people are saying that shit, like, don't go see it, fucking violence, and it's more violence and more of it, and I'm like, come on now, man. It's a fucking movie about a made-up character. You know, like, come on, man. A beloved character that has been in fucking comic books, movies, TVs. Like, come on.
It's so funny. A beloved character.
It is. It's a beloved fucking evil, like, villain character. This character is beloved. Am I wrong?
I don't know.
Right. No, that's like saying Jason Voorhees or Michael Myers or something, that they're beloved.
Yeah, I mean, I know they're murderers and they're scumbags. I mean, I know, but like they're beloved characters. I mean, look at the people that have played these characters now. The people that have like fucking actually, you know, been involved with these characters, like some great names. You know, Heath Ledger, like, I mean, defined his career with the Joker. You know, and is one of his most.
He also defined his death with it.
I mean, yeah. I mean, I guess you could say that. I guess you could make that argument towards that, because I mean he died right afterwards. So yeah, I mean.
Well, didn't they say that because he bought into the character so much and became that character like mentally that it drove him fucking insane?
I guess, but like people said that, but like I don't know, man, because then there were people who were saying that he had these problems before the Joker, that they used to find him like fucked up, drunk off his ass, and taking pills and. You know what I mean? So it's like, I don't know if it was really driven by the character in itself, but but
it could have been the straw that broke the camel's back.
It could have been. It could have definitely been. Could have definitely been. And it might have been. And it probably was. I mean, if you're that close to fucking, you know, you're getting that fucked up, then obviously you're not in a good place, especially after you make a movie and you're successful. You have money. You know what I mean? You got the world by the balls. There's something obviously fucking with you if you're out there fucking pounding drugs down like that, you know? Dude, could you believe what fucking Eddie Murphy said about Sammy Davis Jr., bro? I was like in shock over it, dude. He fucking said he did
not hear that.
He said he sat him down and they were at a fucking restaurant together, and he told him that, hey, what the fuck's his name, Eddie? He was like, hey, Eddie, you know Satan's as powerful as God? And he was like, what the fuck are you talking about? And he like kind of backed off telling him that. And you know how they say like all Hollywood is like all these successful people are all devil worshippers? Like you've heard people say that a lot, you know? And I think there is like this fucking cult fucking shit going on in the whole industry, man. It's fucking weird shit. Like the more some of these actors and comedians talk about it, the more you hear about it. Like for instance, Richard Pryor told a story that he had to suck the dick of like fucking producers to get into the business. He said that him and Sidney Poitier had to fuck this white guy, this white old executive guy. These are stories from fucking Richard Pryor's mouth. Like,
I think these sort of things go on with any cliques. You look at Hollywood, you look at politics.
Yeah,
Hell, even some YouTube community stuff.
Well, I think it all ties
into
into each other, dude. I think it all ties into each other. Like you just said, look at politics. I think the politics and Hollywood definitely tie into each other because they're very much connected. Like you remember how Hollywood came out so much against Trump, and they were basically like, you have to fucking get this guy and not elect him. You have to fucking get this guy out of here. Do not elect him. And the actors were coming out telling everybody, you don't want this guy as president. He's a scumbag. He's a this. He's that. Like. I mean, it just seems like everything's connected, you know, and it's just fucking weird shit going on in this world.
Well, all the scandals that are out there, you know, between Hollywood, even with politics, that Kevin Spacey show, what the fuck was that called, where he became president or whatever?
Yeah.
I mean, a lot of that shit goes on.
And then Kevin
it's just a matter of figuring out whether these scandals are true and which ones are fabricated, you know?
Kevin Spacey's fucking, the guy died who was supposed to testify against him. Like, that is just weird shit.
Yeah.
You know, like, it's like you would hear, like, about shit like that in the movies. Like, oh, you know, they had him taken out in the movie. Like, oh, that's just in the movie. Shit like that happens. No. This is fucking real life. Like, Hillary and Bill Clinton have a fucking a list as long as a fucking roll of paper towels that have to do with security guards that have been killed or committed suicide. It's fucked up, dude. It exists. It's really out there. It's really out there, man. You know? We live in this fucked up world.
The fucking mob and mafia and shit. I mean, stuff like that goes on in there too.
Yeah, it's all out
I mean,
there.
anywhere where there's cliques and groups of people, there's always some sort of, you know, shit behind the scenes that's going on.
Yeah.
It always happens.
It always happens. You know, I'm going to take a quick break for a second. I got to take a piss. Shannon just took a phone call. She's going to be back in like 30 seconds. Do you want to hang out or you want to fucking bounce? Because I'm going to take like a minute break and then come back for a little longer and then end it.
No, I'll hang out for a few. I actually got done with my shit a little early today, so yeah, I'm just killing some time.
All right, so I'll be back in like a minute and a half, and then I'll take it down the stretch and end this bitch in a little while. So if you guys are still around, you're still hanging out, I'll be back in 2 minutes at the most. anyway, you guys can hear me. You can hear me, right?
I can hear you. You sound hot.
Yep.
Ooh,
I'm here.
So, we were just talking about all kinds of shit, I guess, and a couple of things more to mention. How do you feel? You're a baseball fan, Drew. What do you think about the kid I always say his name wrong, man. Pete Alonso. What do you think about this kid?
That's the rookie that broke the home run record, right?
Yeah, you think he's the real deal?
Well, I mean, that obviously speaks to something. I mean, you come out your rookie season and blast 50 some odd fucking home runs. That means something.
It. Dude, do you realize the highest amount hit by a New York Met was Todd Hundley, okay? Back in 1993-94 when he smacked out 41 home runs. That was the record since then. And that's the most home runs in
41 for a rookie or for the team period?
For the team period. For Jesus a rookie, Christ. The record for a rookie was in 1983, set by Darryl Strawberry, 25 home runs. That was the Met rookie record, which was blown the fuck away by more than 25 home runs. So he blew that record away. He beat Mark McGwire's record for most home runs by a rookie. And let me tell you something, this kid looks like Mark McGwire. If you go and you study how, when he hits home runs, how he leaps off of home plate and he throws his bat, it looks exactly like fucking what's his name? McGwire. It looks just like him. It's weird. It's very fucking weird. So if anybody out there follows baseball, you remember McGwire, how he looked, go compare it. I'm telling you, it's freakish how they look alike, these guys.
And you remember where we were?
Yes, I'll never forget. We were at a Pearl Jam concert, which I found on YouTube years later. But what I was going to say, yeah, I did. I found the concert, the exact one we were at. But what I was going to say was, this guy, after he beat the record, the second to last game of the season, he was on the field crying. Now, I don't know.
I saw that.
Yeah, I don't know how some people feel like he was a pussy bitch doing that.
Oh, that's emotional.
Listen, that's how I am. You know I'm an emotional fuck, so
yeah, cool.
I can't say nothing about it. He was crying. He was crying on the field after he hit that home run. He did have tears in his eyes. And he tried to. He was very proud of himself. And let me tell you something. His wife was interviewed, and she was fucking interviewed. And you know what she said? She goes, "It's very weird for us at this point to walk around New York and now have people notice who he is, because don't forget he's a rookie. He's making the league minimum. He hit 53 home runs. He's making the league minimum right now. Okay, so
he'll be making more than that before long.
Yeah. So he won $1 million for the home run derby, which I said he gave it all away.
$1 million?
He won $1 million for the home run derby. Wow. And he gave it all away. He gave it to charity.
Wow.
They wouldn't let the Mets wear those hats that I told you guys about before, and he went out and he bought cleats for everybody that had 9/11 on it and all this stuff on it, you know, in commemoration of the firefighters and the cops and all the people that died in 9/11. So, I mean, this kid has been doing all of the right things. They had Joe Girardi on the other day, who is a New York guy. He's managed the Yankees. He's won World Series with the Yankees. He's a New York guy. He was on, and he was saying, man, this kid didn't just hit 53 home runs, but he embraced the city, and he did all the right things. And that's like a Derek Jeter type thing. Like, Jeter came to New York, and most players, when they come here, they either do really good or they fail. And some great players come here and fail right away, because the media is like a circus here. You know, and it's like that in other places too. Boston, it's like a circus. It gets too much for some of these players to fucking handle these reporters up their ass 24/7. Every part of their life being thrown out there. The papers reporting you every day. And a guy like Derek Jeter, who, listen, I'm not a Yankee fan. I don't like Derek Jeter. But that guy came into New York and class act himself through his whole career. It was a class act. Never got in trouble. Never was accused of fucking steroids. Always played the game hard. You know, was a constant. He wasn't as good as some of the shortstops in the shortstop era, like Alex Rodriguez and shit. They didn't put up numbers like that. But this guy, he wasn't Ken Griffey. He wasn't these guys, but he was fucking amazingly good in his own right. This
kid, a pretty boy. That was it.
Well, I don't think he was a pretty boy. I don't think he was. I mean, listen, you can make that argument.
Coming from someone with me, it's really hard to like a Yankee. But it was really hard to find something to hate about.
Yeah, Jeter's that one Yankee that you can like because he just, and Mariano Rivera too is that type of guy.
Yeah,
too.
yeah.
You know, but the
it's
other
like,
guys,
man, any fucking other uniform for those guys, you know, and it'd be a different story.
Yeah. Like for instance, you know, there's some people that you just cannot like in baseball, like a Pedro Martinez or like these guys were not like that. They were Yankees, and a lot of people hate the Yankees or love them, but they were class acts, you know. And so
Jose Batista's mine. I just love to slap that fucking beard right off.
You know who I always hated? I always fucking hated that catcher on Boston years ago. Euclid, I think his name was or something. He was a big white guy. Always started fucking shit with people constantly. Like he always, I don't know if it was Euclid or I forgot his last. He was a catcher on Boston when they won their first World Series in 2004, I think. And he was there for years. I forgot his name, but he was a mean. I'm sure the guys on Boston fucking loved him, and so did the fans, because he was like one of those guys, if he was on your team, you loved him. If he was against you, you fucking hated him. And I could not stand this guy. Couldn't stand him. But he was he was like a Paul O'Neill type of guy. Always hustling, always fucking just making you hate him, you know? But anyway, Pete Alonso, we'll see if he's the real deal next year, because everybody goes through the sophomore struggle. And, you know, a lot of people are saying, okay, he hit these many home runs, but look at Aaron Judge. That guy hit 52 home runs as a rookie, but then his next season, he hit like fucking 17 home runs, and he was injured the whole year.
You got to keep in mind the last couple of years, there's been a lot of changes to the baseball, too, where they tightened up the laces and
you know
shit.
What?
So that's why
they
the
said
home
that.
runs are up.
It's a very good
strikeouts are up.
Yeah, it's very good that you brought that up, because it has a lot to do with it, man. It really does.
Yeah, not to take anything away from him, but I mean, you can't avoid that fact. What is it? 3 of the last 4 years, there's been more home runs as an organization as Major League Baseball.
Yeah, and you know something.
3 of the last 4 years have broken that record.
You see, you're right. You're right in a big sense, because a lot of the pitchers have said the ball feels like it's juiced, right? But then you take a look at a guy like Syndergaard and some of these really good pitchers in the major leagues, they're still pitching fucking really good. I mean, even strikeouts are at an all-time high too. It's affected both ends of the ball. Yeah, it has. It really has, because strikeouts are fucking high.
Manfred's wanting to change it back, and it's like, you don't want this action. I mean, this is a way to have home runs the way we had them in the 90s without the juice.
Yeah.
Is this not what you guys fucking wanted?
I don't know, man, because you know what? I used to like the home run shit, and like Shannon said before, me and her were at a Pearl Jam concert, and Eddie Vedder, he got up and he takes his microphone stand, and he throws like this something in the air, and he hits it with the microphone stand like he hit a home run, and then he raises his hand, and the crowd starts going nuts, and I'm looking at Shannon like, what the fuck is he doing? And then finally it dawns on me, holy shit, McGuire must have hit the home run to beat the record. And all of a sudden on a screen, on this big screen, it shows McGuire going around the first base and second base, and we were like, oh shit, like it happened when we were at a fucking Pearl Jam concert. And then, like I said, years later, I knew the exact day and everything, because what I used to do was, when I would buy CDs at Tower Records, whatever concert I would go to, I would take the stub of the concert and I would open up the CD case and I would put it in the back where you can see it underneath the glass of the CD. And I would stick it in all the CDs of the people that I would see. So I have like thousands of fucking CD covers with ticket stubs in them of when I actually went and seen these people perform. And one of them was Pearl Jam. I put the ticket stub in the back. So it was years later. I was living in this house because it's within the last 6 years that I found it. And I said to myself, wow, you know, I was thinking one day, YouTube, you could find anything on here. And I was like, I wonder if I could find if anybody recorded that concert, because I knew it was in Jersey at the Meadowlands, and I knew the date. So I put it in there and I say Jersey, Meadowlands, September, whatever, 1999, I guess it was. Or 90, when was that when he hit the home run record? 99? McGuire?
Oh.
It was like 99?
Gosh, I thought it was before that.
Maybe 98?
Maybe it wasn't. Because Sosa beat it the next year, right?
Well, let's ask right now. Hold on, let me see. When did Mark McGuire beat the home run record? What year?
According to BaseballAlmanac.com, Mark McGuire hit single-season home run number 50 on August 20th, 1998, becoming the first Major League ballplayer in history with 3 consecutive 50-plus home run seasons.
Well, there you go. August
98.
August 20th, 1998. So that's the day I was at the concert.
Okay.
I put that in, and then all of a sudden here comes like 3 or 4 different fucking views of that concert. Now, it wasn't specifically Mark McGwire's home run thing that he did, so I had to skim through it. Literally 9 minutes in, I think around there, I scrolled and I got to it, and all of a sudden I saw him grab his mic stand, throw something in the air, and hit it. And I was like, oh my God, that happened in 98, and here I am in 2014 finding it that many years later. 17 years later, I found it on YouTube. So I never thought that I'd see that moment again, dude. I never thought that I'd relive that moment, bro. And then I saw it on tape. I couldn't believe it.
No, that's not it.
What?
That's not today. I don't think.
What'd you say?
Nothing. Never mind.
What'd you say?
I was Googling it. I'm sorry. Go.
What'd you get it wrong? Shan, you get it wrong?
Yeah, I did.
Yeah, you did. Anyway.
When I was a kid, I lived in Arizona for about a year, and my parents went to this U2 concert at Sun Devil Stadium. About a year later, they released Rattle and Hum, and that was the concert.
Get out of here! Really? Oh, the one that they were at, really?
Yeah, the big
that's sick.
VHS tape that U2 put out that sold like millions.
Yeah, that is pretty cool.
They were at that concert.
That's sick. That's pretty cool. But yeah, there's Fousey Tube got his ass kicked. A lot of shit going on. I guess we pretty much touched on like a lot of topics. I don't know. In the chat, got anything you guys want to ask? Anybody else want to call in before we bounce or anything like that? Let me know.
JB said in the chat, was it Veritek? Was that the catcher?
Yes, JB. Thank you, man. I think sometimes he wore number
42.
No, I'm just kidding. But yeah, it was Veritek. Jason Veritek. Yep. He was a fuck. He was the type of guy that if he was on your team, you loved him. If he was on the opposite side, you wanted to fucking wring his head. Shout out to Casey is Roar in the chat and JB Sports Radio. Wait, I'm trying to find something here. Oh, okay.
99.9.
Ladies and gentlemen, the devious one.
Well, thank you very much.
Yo, what's up?
Good afternoon, Ms. Shannon,
Hi,
Mr. Ken,
What's going down?
Miscellaneous Drew.
What's up, Dave?
What's the deal?
Not too much. I'm like you. I'm burning time. I've actually been waiting for the last hour of 15 to be called by a coworker who is supposed to meet up with me today, and I don't know whether or not they're going to call me at like 7 o'clock and be like, "Yeah, we're here already. We're waiting for you."
Oh shit.
I'm just waiting around, waiting for them to get their asses together and figure out what the fuck's going on. But it's not the first time this guy's fucked up big time. But whatever.
Well,
I've been enjoying listening to you guys.
I got friends that do that to me too, brother. Trust me. I got one friend that I call him all the time, and he never answers the phone. I text him, and he doesn't text me back. And it's like I'm trying to get in touch with the president.
Yeah, but I can understand that. That's
fucking so annoying.
I've experienced that too. But this is like a work colleague. This guy's, he's the one who set up the meeting. He's the one that sort of imposed on my schedule.
Yeah.
And again, it's really taking me away from other stuff that I've got to debrief you on. But we're not going to talk about that on this stream.
Yeah. What do you got? What do you got planned? You going out for like something to eat or something? You meet him at a bar?
No, I got to go meet the coworker at Tim Hortons and just discuss a few things. And it's just so inconsiderate when somebody tells you we will call you at 4 to confirm the time that we're going to be there to meet, and it's fucking 5:20 right now.
Yeah, that sucks.
And this guy is a superior of mine, right? But he's just so.
Oh shit,
so
dude! I have so many
incompetent.
superiors that honestly, they are just fucking out there. They don't know.
Well, for some of the young people in the audience, I'm going to tell you something that is definitely wise words. A lot of people in the life that you're going to experience at work, they fail upwards.
Yeah.
Beware of that, because sometimes the most incompetent people will be your superior. So I suggest catalog as much as possible. Have a paper trail, because when they try to start to blame you, you can bring that out and basically destroy their case.
Oh yeah.
I know several people who have done that to their superiors. Yep.
Yeah, and it happens quite a bit, man. You know, especially when you got a real dumb fuck ahead of you, and they like, you know, they fuck shit up all the time. Like, I see this one guy I work with, like, he has to constantly like cover up for not cover up, but like cover other people's bullshit. Like he's gotta like fix the wrongs from that other people make, and I'm like, man, you're like the fixer. You know?
I know exactly that. What I call it, like human trash cleanup. You know, you're basically you're chasing the elephant, really.
Yeah. I mean, you know, it's weird, you know, like we all conjugate on YouTube and shit, but like, and we all don't know like our own lives and stuff and like what people go through and shit, but so many of us must have like bosses out there that we fucking can't stand, because it's like such a universal, all coworkers that you can't fucking stand, you know, it's like, you're always gonna run into that shit no matter what, you know, just fucking.
But you know what, again, what I always get blown away at, it's like, hold on a sec, you're the boss, you're the one who was hired or you're one of the superiors, you know, because I've got my rank and they've got the higher rank, but it's like you were hired specifically for your skill set, and you keep coming to me asking about how to do your job.
Yeah.
Like last time I, you know, took the initiative to actually, you know, do things that you weren't doing, you know, that basically got shot down. It's like, oh, just go back to the old format and stuff, the one that didn't work.
That's funny, because I know this dude who they asked him, they said, can you train this guy? We're going to bring him in here. Can you train him on the computer and train him on doing all this stuff? And he's like, well, he's a higher grade than me, and you're going to bring him in here and you want me to train him? Like, that, you know, like, that's stupid. Like, I'd be training him to take my spot.
Yep.
You know what I mean? So, like, but the place couldn't understand what he was saying, and it was like, you can't understand because you're management. You don't know what the fuck where he's coming from. You guys aren't used to being in that position. He knows that if he trains this guy, he's fucked out of his job. So he refused to train him, which was in his rights to do that. So, and at least he knew. So, you know,
that's awesome.
Like, yeah, some people just got to take a stand. Sometimes you just got to take a fucking stand. You know, even if it
I've never had to build a case.
You know.
I've never had to build a case on a boss, but I had one time where he had sent me an email and was talking about this new product line we were going to roll out, and he wanted me to show. We were trying to figure out who was going to present the new product to the division, and I emailed him and I basically straight out said, "Do you want me to present this, or are you going to fly into town and do it?"
Yeah.
And he came back and he said, in his email, he said, "Don't you ever tell me what to do again."
What?
And that was it.
Jesus.
And I emailed him back and I'm like, "Excuse me," and he called me and he goes, "Look, man, you're not in a position to tell me what the fuck to do." And I said, "I didn't tell you anything. There was even a question mark in the fucking 2-sentence email I sent you." And you can hear him clicking away on his keyboard looking for it. And he reads it out loud to me and he goes, "Oh,
yep,
oh shit, man."
That.
Yeah, man. Sometimes
like,
dude, that goes to like when
like,
people.
Are you gonna apologize now, asshole?
Yeah,
or do I have
dude.
to take this to HR?
Dude, let me tell you,
Right.
that goes back to when people say, "Hey, can we speak on the phone, or can we speak like face to face?" Because I don't like typing in chats. Sometime when you're texting or you're in a chat or you're doing something like that, it comes off different than how you want it to sound. You know what I mean? Like sometimes. So I understand why people say that shit. You know?
I could understand that.
Yeah.
This thing was as blatant as could be. It was a question: do you want me to do it, or are you going to do it? It was a very simple. There was no demand in there. There was nothing that even could be misconstrued. And he had told me before, you know, don't send me long emails. I won't read them. Keep it very short and concise.
It sounds like the guy's just a dick.
That's exactly what I fucking did.
Sounds like he's just a dick, this guy, huh?
No, he is.
Yeah.
He came into town one time and got a hotel that happened to have a sports bar in it. And so he goes down to the bar that night and whatever, and he doesn't watch sports at all. He said his wife is from Italy, and so he says every 4 years he'll root for Italy in the World Cup. I'm like, are you fucking silly?
Little lame ass fuck.
Anyways, he goes down to this sports bar the first night he's in town, and I go to pick him up to, you know, run our route or whatever. And I said, "Hey, so how was the bar last night? Was the wine good or whatever?" Because he's a wine drinker. And he goes, "Man, everyone just kept trying to talk to me about the ball game on the screen. I couldn't stand it." Like, you got a hotel, not a sports bar, dipshit.
What the fuck are you doing there?
What do you think they're going to talk to you about, the fucking ballet?
Fucking sicko, man. Some people are just fucking nuts, dude. You know, like some people are just fucking out there. You know,
it took about 3 or 4 years to actually get onto a decent level with this guy, for us to like figure each other out.
Oh, I knew somebody like
just
that
as much
too,
as I had to
yeah.
figure him out, let's be fair, he had to figure me out too,
Yeah, yeah.
because we're polar opposites.
Yeah.
And it took a good 3 or 4 years to really get onto that level where you could pick up the phone, call him, and go, "Hey, man, what's up?"
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. Some people it just takes longer than others, man. It's weird. Some people you click with, and it's bing bang boom, you're good to go. Some people it takes a long time to like even come to the point, like you said, to just be able to make a phone call to them. I worked with this guy. His name was the fuck was his name again? The fuck was his name again? Scott.
Stu?
Actually, his name was. I can't say it, but anyway.
Was it Stu?
No.
Stu Gotts?
It was actually a name that we all know that I can't say because I'll be accused of lying about it. But anyway, it was this guy I worked with, and it was hard as fuck to like just have a normal conversation with this guy. Like I would have a conversation with him, and he'd be like, "What?" And he'd like talk over me, or I talk over him, or it was very uncomfortable and just weird. And like I don't make it like that. I don't have like a problem talking to anybody. But just with this guy, for some reason, it was always just fucking weird. I could never just get along with the guy normal. It was very weird. And we had that relationship for a long fucking time like that. Until I started calling him out on his bullshit, and I grew a little balls, and I started calling him out on his bullshit. Then things got better, believe it or not. Sometimes you gotta make that leap on somebody and just be like, yo, like, here's the fucking deal. You don't treat me like that.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, you're not
Well,
treating
to be fair with this guy, my predecessor was a real shitbag. I mean, just sandbagged him left and
shit.
So, I mean, I can understand him being maybe a little shell-shocked or whatever from that, but
yeah.
Look, it took 3 fucking years to gain your trust, fucking asshole.
Yeah. Yeah, bosses. Who needs them?
I've always had great bosses. I've been
You
lucky.
always have. You are very lucky.
Yeah.
You always had like people you always spoke highly of. And I know some people that are like that too. I know of like a couple of my friends that love their bosses, believe it or not. If you have a boss out there that you love, you like, man, you're very lucky.
What?
You're very lucky, Because, some of these bosses can be real pricks, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, I mean,
I think I've had more good bosses than bad bosses, but the ones that have been bad really stick out,
Yeah. It's
you
like
take the good ones for granted.
Yeah, and some people they get a little bit of power and it goes right to their fucking heads too. So it's like,
Yep.
some of these fucking people, they're just, they don't realize like, okay, listen, you're in a leadership spot here, man. Like you need to fucking be a leader and work on problems with people, not cause them, But some of these people, they just cause them. So it's like,
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, if you have a good boss, you're very lucky. If you have a good job, you're very lucky. Something you're happy doing, that's one thing that's fucking, if you don't mind doing what you're doing, that's also good too. Like I don't mind doing this, for like 30 years. I don't mind doing this. If you hate what you're doing, that is just a fucking mixture for failure, man. Like honestly, if you hate your job, you should look for another one. Honestly. Because you don't want to be miserable. I was miserable on a couple of jobs that I had where I was like, I do not want to do this for a living. Like being a dog catcher was not fun. Didn't like it at all.
Yeah, you did.
But I loved working at the cemetery. I loved working there. I felt.
Yeah, at least they don't talk back, right?
Well, no, I mean it was quiet because sometimes I'd have to go out and I'd cut the hedges, and literally I'd take my own truck, my own hedging machine, and I'd work by myself. I'd pull up on a section, I'd look at the bushes, and I go, all right, where am I going to start? And it was like me and myself. You know what I mean? My radio.
I love working solo.
Yeah, it was my radio, it was my fucking water, my hedger, my truck, and I would go out and do my thing, and nobody would fuck with me, and it was fun. You know what I mean? Sometimes I was on the backhoe and I'd be working the backhoe and burying people. Like for instance, my friend's father passed away and he was being buried at the place where I worked, and I asked my friend, do you want me to work the funeral or do you want me to be there to support you? And he was like, I'd rather you work the funeral so I know it's being done right. So I got to do that for him and bury his father, so and I took pride in it. So I took pride in my work when I would do that shit, and now I really don't take pride in my work anymore. I don't. I really don't. I got to admit it. I used to take pride in my work, and I used to be very proud of any job that I did, even down to just fixing something. I would take pride in that shit,
What happened?
You know what happened?
Like?
Politics.
Well, that's true.
Politics happen. The politics where we live is just horrific. It's corrupted. It's everything that represents America at this point, you know, except for a couple of our politicians that are out there trying to do good things for people, you know. So, I mean, it mirrored the whole big picture a little bit here where we live locally. And there was a couple of politicians that have been arrested, brought up on charges, right, Shannon, over the last 3 years?
Yeah, bad.
And these people failed us. They failed.
Guy I went
failed.
to high school with.
Yeah, they failed us bad. This guy she went to high school with was a stand-up guy, was like known for being this smart class guy, this fucking, and him and his like family were really high-end people, politician. He ran for office. He won. He was getting involved in all this stuff. By the time he was probably 50, he would have been like really up there. And they found him for being corrupted. Fucking career over. You know what I mean? All the donations and all the stuff that people gave to this guy all came crashing down one day. And it was like, man, you too? You fucking too? A hometown guy? You grew up in this fucking town? You lived your childhood here? And you're going to fail us like that? So it was a lot of shit like that where it just stopped taking pride in my job. You know, and
that's when their head gets too big for what they're doing, and they...
Yeah. This other guy gave his wife a no-show job.
One thing that lets you take pride in your job is having competent coworkers, people that you can rely on, that you know that they're going to be able to, you know, keep up with the necessary work and not just basically dump it all on you.
Those days are over as far as my job.
My job, I depend on it.
Yeah, those days are over my job. You can't depend on nobody.
If I don't have people who are qualified and able to depend on, then my job is really fucked.
Oh, well yeah.
That's the thing.
I only have to...
Go ahead.
That's bad.
I only have to deal with coworkers a couple weeks a year, so the rest of the year I'm on my own. But those couple weeks a year I dread because
that's a good thing,
half the time you get some dipshit you got to work with.
Yep.
Right.
Yep.
Or the one that fucking called in on me last spring.
So your connection's a little spotty, Drew, so I don't always hear that you're talking.
Oh, my bad. Yeah, no, it's cool.
Yeah, you're on the cell phone,
I'm on my
right?
phone, and it's shitty area right now.
It's all good. We're going to wrap this up soon anyway. You guys got anything else you want to mention before we bounce or no? No?
Ken, I found that Pearl Jam concert. Now I have to go watch it.
You did find it? I think it's like 9 or 10 minutes in, Shannon. You'll find it.
It was September 8th, 1998.
Wait a second. Why did that
That's
say...
when he beat the record. That's not when he set it. Remember?
Oh, okay.
Because he kept on hitting home runs after that, right?
Yeah, but I was talking about the day he beat it. We were at the Pearl Jam concert.
I think it was September 8th, 1998.
No, I don't think it was, Shannon.
I Googled it all. It is.
Okay, well, I'm going to Google it right now. Listen. Okay, so I'm going to say, when did Mark McGuire beat Roger Maris's record? Because that's what I'm talking about. That's when he beat the...
Okay.
All right, so when did Mark McGuire beat Roger Maris's record?
I've got this for you on when did Mark McGuire beat Roger Maris's record.
What'd you get?
Okay, it says 98. We know that. Hold on, let me see. Why doesn't it fucking tell me? It don't say the fucking date here on this thing, man. What the fuck? I don't know.
Well, it could be that was the day he broke it, but like Shannon said, he added to it. So by September 30th or whatever, that's where it was set in stone in the record books.
Wait, let me ask this. What date did Mark McGuire hit 62 home runs?
I've got this for you on what date did Mark McGuire hit 62 home runs.
There it is. September 8th.
Yeah, I told you.
Yep, you're right.
Oh, Wandy. Oh, fuck yeah. Feed me more. Yeah. Oh, fuck yeah. Oh, feed me more.
Miss you, bro. Fucking sucks that the people I connect with the most are on the other side of the world.
Yeah, I hear you, man. We are far away, but hey, at least we get to fucking connect, you know? We are far away. That is pretty fucking far where you are, man. But, you know...
Let's do a Get a Wandy to America fundraiser.
Yo, that would be sick, dude. That would be fucking sick. All of us chipped in. and bring Wandy.
Go first.
Where would he go? Where would we bring him? To New York, to LA, to fucking, where would he go?
Oh, no, he would want to go to New York.
Oh, well,
for sure.
Yeah?
Yeah, we'd want to show him the 9/11 thing.
Oh, God, I ain't going with him.
Oh.
I ain't going with him now.
Go show him the Pentagon. We'll go show him the field in Pennsylvania.
Yeah, but you know what? Come on, man. He ain't like that, though.
I know.
That's so fucked up.
He knows
the
I'm fucking
9/11
with him.
tour. Hands above your heads.
Oh, God. The 9/11 tour. Jesus Christ. Oh, my God. Tommy.
Jesus. All right, Dave, I gotta go because I'm gonna go.
All right, yeah, we're going to wrap this up anyway. Drew the Gatekeeper, derailed every Sunday night. The one and only D-Rose in the house with us, too. Thanks, guys, for coming in and hanging out.
Pleasure.
Yeah, man. Call me back, motherfucker.
I will. I'll hit you up. I'll hit you up.
Yeah. Turnaround will be 3 weeks, Drew.
I'll talk to you guys soon, man.
Or I'll get a long essay.
Oh, God. You'll get a New York Best Time seller, whatever the fuck it's called. Don't worry. I'll give you one right after this. Both of you. All right, guys. Thank you for stopping in, boys. I'll see you soon.
Yeah, man. Talk to you later.
Later. That's the great Dave Rose and Drew the Gatekeeper, derailed. Go check them out Sunday nights, 9 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. Shout out to everybody in the chat. Thank you for coming and hanging out tonight with us, me and Shannon. This wasn't a regular It Takes Two. It was obvious. Obviously, we took calls. We don't normally take calls on the show. We normally do it on Patreon, me and Shannon. But we figured we'd do it today. Come on and hang out with you guys. Thank you guys for being in the chat. Thank you to everybody who donated and was a part of today. The callers, those who stopped by. Thank you to Shannon. And God rest my friend's soul out there, man. He was buried today, and God bless his family, and all that stuff. If you're out there and you have loved ones, and you're down and out, man, love your loved ones, man. We don't have long on this fucking earth, and it's a shame to waste your time here, man. Fighting and screaming and yelling and hating. It's a shame to lie and to cheat and deceive. Be a fucking stand-up person. Love one another. Don't love one person who's fucking, spread it around a little bit. Spread the love around. You know what I mean? Don't just love the ones who are helping you. Love the ones who need the help as well. Peace out, everybody. We'll see you guys soon. Wednesday, we'll see you for Foul Mouth's Live Wire. And me and Mr. Chris, we're going to do Bloodline, but he got in a car accident, so I don't know what the fuck is going on, but he's okay. He'll be back. Shout out to Lucky Low and the one and only Filthy Mouth Gamer, who will be back in a couple of weeks. But we're going to hold it down until he gets back. We'll see you guys Wednesday night. Peace out, everybody. Have a good rest of the fucking Monday night. Enjoy wrestling if you can. Peace.
SC Steve suck a dick. SC Steve is outta quit. SC Steve doesn't know when to fucking quit. SC Steve will be doing my lawn and shit through the hedges and shit. Yo, a weed whacker and a pecker take a pecker in your ass crack, motherfucking pass back. Use a fucking half crack, motherfucker ass that. I don't even ass crack. I wanna fuck you up. Wanna fucking suck it up and fuck you up. Motherfucker 373 fucking times. I don't even know what the fuck was on his mind.
Guess what, motherfucker?
42 bitches.
42.
I'm rolling around in my
42.
Hitting switches in my
42.
I be
42.
My age is
42.
I be
42.
I lost
42
pounds already. I'm trying to live. I'm
42.
So
I'm gonna fuck you up,
bitch.
42. 42.
12.
42.
150.
42.